Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. And welcome to Dear Madam Adam Live. We've got some emails to get to. Don't forget, if you're joining, to hit the thumbs up on the video as well. Don't forget to like. Hello, chat. All right, let's see. First up in my email here, I have Jennifer. Jennifer writes, "Hello, Madam Adam. I wanted to ask you how to cleanse tarot cards. I received a deck of cards as a gift, but I've been told not to cleanse them with sage as it is a sensitive element within cultures." Yes, indeed. I have one friend who recommends brushing them with my hands and knocking on them with my special number. Hers is 3, and I don't have a special number. What do you recommend? Because I want to get comfortable with my tarot cards to read them, but I don't know how to go about the process. Yes. So cleansing cards is really simple. Sage, no, but incense, yes. You can use any kind of incense. The smoke is cleansing. You can also use selenite. Selenite is something that I use a lot. I have selenite plates like this that I rest my cards on top of, or, vice versa. I also have some stones in my little bag here that has a selenite rough wand in it as well. So selenite's a great option for cleansing. Knocking this, something that people do. I guess I understand it. I tap a lot. I tap the cards on the table a lot. I don't think of that as a cleanse as so much as just kind of resetting them, I guess. Not cleanse or reset, but it helps put them back in order. You know what I mean? Like, after I shuffle, see, I'm tapping them so that I can get them all lined up in my hand, shuffle, and then get them all together. I'm not tapping them to cleanse them necessarily, but I'm a big fan of using incense and selenite in particular. So, great question. Excuse me. Next, Jess writes, "Dear Madam Adam, I'm new to your channel and also new to tarot. I've been studying for the past few months. However, I'm still not confident enough to do readings. Anyway, lately I've been feeling like I'm tired of customer service and I'm willing to change my job type. I have lately applied for a different job. However, I haven't been called for it. Is there something I should do differently? Thanks for your time." Let's see what we've got. Tired of customer service. I feel you. Definitely feel you. I waited tables for a long time. I did Toys R Us for a while before they went out of business. I worked at Disney Springs at a VR place called The Void for a while. And then during the pandemic, they shut down as well. And I was like, well, great, 2 for 2. What the fuck? So let's see what I've got for you, Jess. You got to keep putting yourself out there. The Fool, my friend. You got to keep putting yourself out there and take risks, take chances. If you're going to already, you've already applied for other things. So keep applying. Apply for some crazy shit. You know, why not? Five of Cups energy is grief. So there's a suggestion that we feel like failure of some kind. I think that's a really common thing. Changing your career path, or I don't know if anybody in the chat resonates with this, but changing your career path, pivoting in any way can kind of feel like, oh, I couldn't handle that. There's some kind of societal negative attached to it for some reason. So yeah, there's some grief to process. Spiritual practice, we need to be consistent in the way that we learn our lessons. Two of Cups energy as well. Talk to people that care about you, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable about how you feel with all of this. That Two of Cups, man. Yeah, maybe you can't hear how badly you want something in particular. Talk it out, but keep putting yourself out there. If there's anything you should do differently, it's to just don't put all of your eggs into one basket, so to speak. So don't take rejection personally. Yeah. Try not to take rejection personally. Grieve the losses. Stick to the consistency of your lessons and how you learn them. Stick to your journal, your video diary, your voice memo, your yoga, meditation, whatever it is. Stick to that practice and communicate. Yeah. Thank you for writing in. I appreciate you. We're having a good time. Don't forget, you can always write in to dearmadamadam@gmail.com to get some complimentary advice or a read. All right, let's see here. Madam Adam, first and foremost, thank you for all that you do and operating out of your gift. Thank you. Truly inspirational. Favorite thing about you is your confidence and your I don't give a fuck attitude. I try. Anyway, I know you're busy and I want to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. Just recently, I have been given the opportunity to practice oracle readings at a local coffee shop within my town. That was 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't done it. I have no business cards, email, website, etc. I seriously want to pursue this and yet feel consumed by fear, feeling unworthy and undeserving, etc. I seriously experience being stuck in my own head and have read people before and don't believe nor trust in myself and my gifts. Any insight would be truly appreciated. And again, thank you for all that you do. And if I'm chosen for advice or free read, please bring on the tough love. Absolutely. Tough love it is. But yeah, at the very least, get a link tree, you know, at the very least. Don't forget, friends, if you're watching, there's about 30 people watching and only half of you have hit the thumbs up. So make sure you hit that thumbs up like thing. It's different than the heart. So do me that favor. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button. Yeah, at the very least, I mean, start an email of some kind. You can do that. That's free. Linktree, you need links for a Linktree. Square is great. That's where I navigate and do all of my stuff is through Square. Yeah, it's the result is going to reflect how much you put into it, right? So yeah, King of Swords energy. We have to lead with wisdom. All you have to be is just honest about what you think and how you feel and what you're gathering from the cards. All you have to do is just tell people what they mean. You know what I mean? You're just a translator. The sun, joy, optimism, positivity. You're allowed to enjoy yourself in this as well. Yeah. Six of Swords as well. We're on the other side of some fuckery. But emotionally, you're tied up, you know? Raylene, you're a little tied up emotionally. You want it to be perfect. And I can tell you right now, you have to figure it out as you go. There's no perfect. You should do this though. You should absolutely practice your oracle reads at this place. Why not? You even called it practice. So take that for what it is. But we have to do the wise thing here. Logically, this is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun and exciting. Six of Swords energy, and then this 10 of Wands and your spot of passion and feeling. I want to remind you that like a lot of the shit that you know about Oracle or cartomancy, a lot of the things that you have to share come from your own experience. So all you're really doing is sharing with people your personal experience. So remember that you're on the other side of hardship, and this opportunity is a sign of that. Think about the mindset that you have, this defeatist self-sabotage, this imposter syndrome. It's never going to be perfect. So figure it out as you go. That's best, honestly. It's just to try to figure it out as you go. You want it to be perfect. You want it to matter. Therefore, it's going to be stressful. So this is supposed to be fun. Right. Thank you for joining me. If you're in the chat, welcome to it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We're almost at everybody hitting it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for Blasphemous Mass Zodiac reads for the week ahead on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. All right. Sarah A writes, started a new job recently, and it's been a struggle balancing expectations and making progress in my new position. Is there any guidance on how to manage the stress of my new role? Well, first of all, congratulations. And I wonder if you've taken any time to celebrate this new role. That's where we begin, love. Accomplishment, success, and celebration of it. What did I literally just say? What did I literally just say? What did I just say? Celebration. That's the vibe. Logically, you're in a state of mystery, duality, uncertainty. The the expectations and the progress are connected. You are to advocate and stand up for yourself and take things slow and steady, one at a time. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. We just want you to prove it. Put your money where your mouth is. You took the role, prove it. The Moon, mystery, duality, fear, uncertainty. You have to believe enough in yourself to make it through. We're given this role for a reason. So celebrate it so you can let it sink in. That Seven of Wands, man. You got to fight for it. You got to fight for it. Prove it. Slow and steady is the emotional thing here. This every day is a new opportunity for you to tend to the seed that you've planted. So try to take things one at a time. New role, yes, but it is just a job. I hope that helps. When is your next class on tarot? Thanks for your wisdom and advice. You're very welcome. And you're welcome, Sarah. Thank you for writing in. My next tarot class is going to be March 22nd, I believe. I'm working on putting it on the website. So it should be very soon. All right. Next, I have G. Hi, Madam Adam. I have two potential things that would be amazing to get your advice on if possible. Let's break them down. One, I'm still super smitten and attached to someone that I see almost every day. Can't really avoid it, but we have developed a nice friendship. Well, that's good. We briefly dated a couple years ago, but both came from long-term relationships, and I never did the work on myself, needed to be able to be a good partner for him leading up to us briefly dating. I see. So you feel like you didn't do the necessary work on you to be ready for something like that. Okay. Tried moving on, and I tried working on myself to become less attached so I can be a healthier and happier person. However, is there any hope for a romantic relationship? Well, I'm going to tell you that you need to keep working on you. Yeah, right place, right time for you to worry about you. If you know who you are and you know where you're at, if you feel like you've done what needs doing, then you can go for it. But I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think you're properly healed from the past. So I would say not currently. Three of Swords energy, disappointments based on your expectations. You need to remember who you are right now. If there's passion in the air, yes, but this would just be a shallow solution to a deeper problem. And the second one, I've been trying to work on myself to become less of an insecure, anxiously attached person. Oh, like your first question? Any advice on what I should do and keep doing? Absolutely, G. Let's see what I've got. Work on you. Continue working on you. We love that. We love that duality. So the Lovers came out first. The what, why, how of it. The what is the Emperor. We need to remember who we are, G. And why is because you always have a choice. The Lovers is a Gemini card, symbolic of decisions and the way that we engage in relationships across the board, not just the romantic ones, but the relationships that we keep in general. The options are between what is wise and what is passionate. Those are the two choices we have. The Devil, how we handle, is devil energy. We have to look in the mirror. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself about what's going on, what's real, what you can and can't control. We have to be willing. So, practice your free will. Do what you're going to do for you, but don't be mad at the results. You create your own destiny. This, in a nutshell, the best way for you to predict the future is to invent it. Make sense, chat? Yes? So, both of your questions answered. All right. Let's go to the text line for a brief moment. I have a 402 number ending in 3128. This one says, I have to say, I love your energy. It's been a while since you have read for me. Things are crazy and confusing. It's more the energy of this universe and the new place that I find myself in. I have made major changes in my life in the last year, 2 years even. I feel I'm on a good path, looking to see what's to come. Absolutely. Let's see what we've got for you today. And thank you all for watching again, by the way. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Spread the word, share the live. Feel free to throw some love into the chat. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as well. That means a lot as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Conflict. Conflict that you should be happy with the outcome of. We might have to play dirty to get what we want, but if you can zoom out and see the big picture, you can understand you really didn't do anything wrong. Is it really your job to explain to people how to play a game if they agree to play? If you win because you know things that people don't know, is that really wrong? Is it your job to explain? I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just giving that as some food for thought. But a zoom out. Get back into and stick to your spiritual practices. Your mindfulness practices. Anything that allows you to learn some lessons. Yeah. Winners and losers, it's not personal. But you should come out the way you expect. You should come out on top. Looks like there's some guilt. So, I don't know. Give that some thought. All right. All right. Next, I have Danny. Hi, Madam. Have been going through many changes in the last 6 months, especially in my work, home, and spiritual life. What advice do the cards give for the path ahead? Let's see, Danny. Let's draw our compass, shall we? North, the east, south, west. Well, it's a good time for some celebration emotionally. We should be pretty pleased with how things are unfolding. It's also a good time for us to rekindle old passion in our life, bring nostalgic things up to the surface again. 9 of Cups energy. I do have some stress and stubbornness. 6 of Swords energy traversing this water. The rough time should be behind us. We need to think about the mindset we're using. 6 of Swords energy, as I always say, is think about the journey, not the destination, and the way that you carry your mind, your attitude, the words on the journey. And I've brought this up before, but it always reminds me of Luke in the cave on Dagobah and Empire Strikes Back. He asks Yoda what's in there, and he says, only what you take with you. And he brings weaponry and fear and finds a dark side version of himself in there. So think about what you take with you. What do you manifest by the mindset you carry on the journey? The feelings call for celebration, though. So passionate learning. We just can't be so stubborn about things. Yeah. You're able to grant your own emotional wishes. It's alone time and how you spend it, and it might be spent in a stubborn state. Make sense? Yes, chat. The chat is very quiet tonight, or I'm just not seeing it. But thank you for watching. Let's see. All right, next. Got some more emails to get through here. Well, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. All right, this one comes from Kat. Hi, Madam Adam. It's so good to be at one of your YouTube lives. Thank you for opening up this space for us to get insight. You're very welcome. Context. I feel pulled in so many different directions between freelance, growing my game studio, and continuing to build my brand. And it's really disorienting trying to do everything while also being a solo parent. That is a lot. I know I'm not seeing things, life, myself, others accurately right now, even as I detach from outcomes and let go of what's not meant for me. Question is, how or where should I shift to refocus my intention as we move into the astrological new year? Great question. First of all, give yourself some credit. Give yourself some grace, Kat. You do a lot. You're kind of building a new you. It's giving Frankenstein a little bit. And I wonder how much you're not saying out loud. Four of Swords energy is kind of obvious. We do need rest. Four swords, they're laying on one. That's why I always say, think of it like four legs on a table, four legs on a chair. All you have to do is hold up your end. Be responsible for what you contribute and let people hold up their end. If they don't, they get dirty, not you. But know when you've done enough. That should be a rest of the mind. And then that it should induce rest of the body as well. The logical thing is death. So you're not the same person anymore. That's why I said you're kind of building a new you here, and we need to create new rest. That 10 of Cups in your spot of passion, fire, and spirituality, it's not about the money, the job, the tangible things. It's about how having stuff is supposed to make you feel. How would the freelancing make you feel? Growing the game studio, continuing to build your brand. What is all that supposed to make you feel? I imagine that it's supposed to make you feel accomplished, secure, powerful. It's the emotional components that we're leaning into. So emotionally, though, Ace of Swords, we need to say some stuff out loud and hear the words that we use. It's time to be logical and grab that sword and cut through the feelings with truth. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, what are we not doing? Where can we make space? The loudest thing is death, though, that it's this period of transformation and change, the shedding of the skin, a true snake year. Yeah. And thank you for writing in. Next up, I have Jennifer K. Dear Madam Adam, hello. I hope you're doing well. This is my first time writing in. Thank you so much. I've been watching you for the last few months when I'm able. I have a pretty busy life between work and home. I've been working on trying to find a good balance between the two. There are just a few different paths in front of me. Excuse me. And I just wonder what things may come in 2025 to stay on my toes or be able to relax a little. I've had a one card read before, and it was so spot on for my life at the moment. I would just really like to know what the cards have to say. Also, you're an amazing individual. I appreciate the energy. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. Let's see what we've got for you. And thank you for getting a one card. Yeah, it is a lot of work-life balance stuff right now for people, isn't it? All right. Let's see. Home is where the heart is. You have signs of abundance here. Abundance, fortune, manifestation. I love the little rabbit that's on the Queen of Pentacles. It's like it's running by. Queen of Pentacles energy is about gratitude, especially from the inside out. Need to make sure that we're grateful for you and the abundance that you achieve and where it comes from. That little rabbit is symbolic of more money coming around. That it's not going anywhere. Magician energy, babe. The logical thing is for you to manifest what you want into your life. Remember the formula for manifestation is B plus A equals M. Belief plus action is manifestation. You have to take actions on the believable things for you. Knight of Swords energy. Remember that you're unstoppable and say what you need to say. But home is where the heart is. Home is the emotional focus right now should be on the home itself, the feeling of home, the commitments that you already have with people that you are already engaged with. Cleanse the space, the energy in the space as well. But gratitude for this abundance, and the appearance of the magician, the reminder of manifestation, excuse me, is I feel it's a sign of a success in itself. Your ability to have the energy to manifest, to have the self-awareness to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. That's an abundance as well. That's a success in itself. If you're having trouble connecting any spiritual messages, they're the thoughts that come to you fast. The things that come to you quickly, those are the spiritual messages. So, gratitude, manifestation, speak clear, hard and fast, listen to what you say, and focus on the home. All right. All right. I got an email from Witch Boy, Jeru. Let's give us a good shuffle. Hello, hello. Dear Madam, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the amazing classes you teach and all you do to help others find their way. Thank you very much. I slipped into a depression 2 months ago and just shut down in all aspects of life. When I realized it, I met with my doctor and he put me on antidepressants last week. Since then, I started to feel a little better each day. And now that I'm emerging from the depressive state, what do the cards say I should be focused on and working on? What advice do we have? Great question. And I'm happy for you that you're having your way or finding your way on your mental health journey. It's a process. One that I've been on as well. All right. Ooh, some queens. Yeah, your spiritual practices is where it's at for you. There is abundance for you in the spiritual realm. That's where your Wheel of Fortune is. Emotionally, we're ready for a new chapter. You have the World. Queen of Swords energy in the north spot of Earth. Try not to expect issues, but when you find them, practice your discernment. Say things out loud. Don't be afraid to let people deal with the repercussions of your boundaries. Queen of Wands energy. Attract what you want to you. Call it to you. Make moves in silence. Do what you need to do for you quietly. Know that you're being looked after and protected. Your spiritual practice, as I said, is down here in your south spot. So fire sign energy, spirituality, subconscious. Spin the wheel. Turn things around into your favor. But emotionally, yeah, we're ready for this newness. We're ready for this new chapter. The queens come from death and the major arcana, so they come from transformation. How can we... I would consider how you can make this new chapter less of an elusive thing and more of a real thing for you, a physical thing. Where can you have a clean slate? So give that some thought. This is a really nice spread. You don't need permission. You need action. The spread I'm using is a really simple one. It's just 4 cards in a wheel. North, east, south, and west, and earth, air, fire, and water. And that's how you apply them. You apply earth sign energy to the card in the north spot, air sign to the east, which is the right. Down at the bottom, it's the south, so it's fire, which is fire sign energy, spirituality, subconscious, passions, personal power, that kind of thing. And then on the west, it's water, so it's the feelings, intuitions, the emotional things. So, and that north, again, being earth sign, is often where we talk about money, job, tangible things. And then on the east, it's the air sign. So it's the logical things, the words, the actions, the things from the neck up. So that's the spread that I've been using this evening. Haley writes, can you go over ways to protect ourselves from toxic work, people, and things? Yes. Protection. I mean, I'm very literal with my protection. I do it in the shower. I talk about this a lot, but grabbing the soap and claiming it to be love and protection, you know, it's just a good way. Also throughout your day, go wash your hands. Go literally wash the shit, the hands, the negative energy, the bad feeling. Go to the bathroom. The action of washing your hands is like another kind of cleansing reset. Black stones are also great. Obsidian, onyx, black tourmaline, having them on you or in a set of jewelry is always really good. I mean, there can be many different kinds of talismans for protection. There's the what's the evil eye? It's got a name. I don't remember off the top of my head. Someone feel free to put it in the chat. But yeah, the evil eyes, you can wear those. I have a wooden bracelet that says fuck off. And that's my favorite piece of protective jewelry. A Nazar, Nazar, Nazar. That's what the evil eye is called. Yeah. It's really whatever gives you comfort. Sometimes for me, it's wearing headphones. Protecting myself in public by wearing my own something physical on me to let me feel protected. But I think the number one thing you can do to protect yourself is ground yourself. You know, ground yourself where you're at, in your body. Just grounding yourself in your truth, protecting yourself by adjusting your mindset and your attitude. If you can find a moment when you're out and about and you're feeling like it's all too much energy for you, or too many people and the kind of energy that a crowd can carry, I think it's important to remember, that everyone is worried about themselves. No one's really worried about you. People aren't really considering you the way you are. Yeah, just having a moment to kind of like find your alone in a crowd energy, if that makes sense. It's like finding your own voice in a sea. I always relate this to theme park energy because we live here. So, but being able to hold my own truth louder in my head than the collective is an exercise I feel in protection. There's nothing physical to wear. There's nothing, I've got my headphones on. I've got my protective fuck off bracelet, but nothing is more powerful than protecting your mind. You can wear things all you want, but there's something much more powerful to you holding your own mentally in a sea of voices. You have to remind yourself how I feel matters, what I want matters for me, what limits me, what can I control, It's like realizing, this is so first world and so stupid, but for me, it was realizing that there's not really a comfortable place to sit at Magic Kingdom. I was there just kind of hanging out and chilling and killing time until Dustin got off work. And I was like, damn, I just want to like lean back and sit on my phone, like just comfortably, like sit somewhere. And there's like nowhere to really sit comfortably. And it's like, they don't want people sitting comfortably. They want people to move around. They want them to ride rides and buy things and do stuff. So I was just uncomfortable in the public sea of energy. So I put my headphones back on, I got back into my own zone, and I held my truth louder than the truth of those around me. Remember why I'm here, what my goals are, how do I feel, what do I want? But having a good grounding exercise for your mindset can be very powerful protection. Zooming out, realizing that you're a dot on a marble floating through space and people are freaking out over man-made nonsense protects you from a lot of that, the bad energy that can come from like scrolling TikTok and shit like that, you know, like scrolling through your social media and you kind of just feel like garbage. Well, yeah, because you're, you know, giving in to all of this media very fast, and it's like consume, think about what you're consuming, what you're putting in your brain, what you're putting in your heart through the things that you see and observe and soak in. You know, think about what you're putting in your system by what you absorb mentally, visually, audibly. What are you, are we really protecting ourselves? You know, it's so much more than selenite and obsidian, sage and shit. It's so much more than that. It's grounding yourself in reality, grounding your mindset about what's important to you. That's real protection. So I hope that makes sense. Forgive the ramble. Let's see. I think I've got time for a couple more. All right. Here we go. Dear Madam Adam, I'm looking for guidance on my spiritual growth and personal development journey. Could you offer any insights on how to overcome any spiritual and emotional blockages that are holding me back from reaching my higher self, and provide wisdom on how to nurture my connection with the universe? Yes. Learn to make offerings. Learn to make offerings to spirit or to your future self. Make an offering to you down the line. That's my first piece of advice. Yeah, you got to learn to trust your intuition more, Karen. It's like we're trying too much. We're trying too many things all at once. You've got this Four of Pentacles here, so you might be spread a little thin. And we need to narrow things down a bit into something more concise. Ten of Swords energy. There's a past something. Yeah, you have to remove these emotional blockages. You have to pull them out of your back. You're up for a period of mystery, duality, probably a fear-inducing darkness, but belief in the self and learning to trust the intuition, trusting the feelings along the way should give you the information that you need. A lot of your truths are where it's at for you. A lot of your own discovery is where you find the answers. You can do a lot of this yourself. This tarot, you can do a lot of this yourself. If you'll have it, if you'll do it. But the moon, you're up for a period of mystery. Spiritual and emotional blockages, reaching your higher self, nurture the connection. Yeah, you got to be frugal about where you're investing yourself right now, energetically, mentally. You got to be picky about what you consume, and trust your intuition more. Trust those gut feelings. They've got good stuff for you. And that's why I said offerings. I think making an offering to your future self or rewarding yourself along the way is a great way to make offerings. If you want to make an offering, as an example, to the Empress, it would be, you know, like keeping fresh flowers in the home. The Empress is symbolic of Mother Nature and things like that. So keeping fresh flowers that once a week, the Empress loves a Friday. So Fridays, you could keep fresh flowers in the house. So whatever that is for you, you know, whatever offering you want to make to your spiritual connection with the universe, that's up to you. But do some research about offerings to certain things if that's something that interests you. It just, to me, a tangible something, a tangible offering is a great way to hold accountability for yourself. Sarah, I got time for this one, last one. Sarah, dear Madam Adam, I could really use advice right now. I'm pretty lost in the world, more lost than I've ever been. Well, Sarah, I think that sometimes you need to be lost so that you can find yourself again. Yeah, you need to be more kind to yourself. All you owe anyone, Sarah, is truth and kindness, but that has to come from you. You have this interesting, double-edged sword here. Six of Wands, you need people. You need people. But we can get swept up in these people. That's the problem. So, King of Cups energy, you need to lead with compassion and love. Five of Wands, though, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many voices, too many opinions. So, Three of Swords energy, you have to learn to heal and not take everything everyone says as the most valuable thing in the world. Not everyone's spitting out gospel. Not everyone is spitting out useful information. So we need to make sure that you cultivate meaningful relationships socially, but that you're also separating their ideas of success from your ideas of success. Everybody has their own ideas of what happiness is, joy is, what life's all about. People have different ideas of these things. And if you're not careful, you'll get swept up in it and follow those things instead of your own. So disappointments come from expectations. You only ever hurt your own feelings. You put yourself in the blast radius to be hurt by others. So we need to make sure that you have tougher skin and that you can be social, be a friend, be a part of the family or whatever, without letting how everyone else feels, thinks, and acts dictate how you feel about you. So I hope that gives you something to think about, Sarah. Gives you some resonance. Collective, I'm going to pull a couple cards. Yeah, we're all just really far in our head lately because transformation and change is upon us. There's something new unfolding for us. Death is here, a change of seasons. The real new year is about to begin. Six of Swords energy. We need to think about the journey that we're on now, not the one that we were on or where we're going. We need to think about where we are now, sitting in the water. How is our mindset? How is the attitude? What are we taking with us? We're taking some things a little too seriously. I've been feeling that a lot lately. For myself, that I've just been taking shit a little too seriously and I need to lighten the fuck up a little bit. I don't know if anyone else resonates with that, but being far in your head, it's a symptom of how deeply we care about things. And yeah, care about your shit, but not to the point where it's just eating you and you're a giant stress ball, all the fucking time. So we're in our heads because we've got transformation on the rise and things that we know are changing. So we need to clock the journey now so that we don't continue to bring any negative imposturing energy with us. So I hope that resonates with you all. Thank you so much for joining me for another fabulous episode of Dear Madam Adam. If I didn't get to your email this week, maybe next week. And don't forget to continue to write in to dearmadamadam@gmail.com. It's been a pleasure. We might do a little after party later on this evening for some paid reads. We'll see what happens. Thank you kindly. Thank you for those of you that wrote in. Visit the website, madamadam.com, for private sessions, cameos, and upcoming classes in the month of March. I hope to see you soon. Have a great evening, guys. Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.